It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And the clock ticking down to tip off. Kenny, you won 2 championships, might I remind you, back to back. Explain to us the makeup of a champion.
Well,
and not the makeup you're wearing right now.
I never.
But the makeup of a championship team.
However, number one is the belief. You have to believe and trust in your teammates. Trust is the most important thing. And most people think trust comes from on the offensive end, but it's trust on the defensive end. Meaning, Ernie, if I'm going to send you baseline, I said that's the game plan. I have to trust that my teammate's going to be there. And I'm going to do it regardless if he misses his assignment 1 or 2 times. That's the trust you have to have.
Ernie, you know why I like drinking Shaq Fu Punch?
Why?
Because it's about finding the right mix. So in basketball terms, it's about coaches, star role players. Everything has to be working together. That's why these guys can be great.
I can't believe that you just promoted one of your products into discussion of what it takes to become a champion in the NBA.
I wasn't really promoting. I was just giving you a Shaq-nology.
That's his 12th promotion. I'm going to start promoting things.
I'm not promoting the Shaq-nologies. Mm-hmm. You know what? I won't say nothing else about myself or any product I'm endorsing. Man up, you two.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Timberwolves continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. We're in Miami for some Heat basketball. This hometown crowd ready to go. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So the Timberwolves win the tip. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Anthony is out there with Garnett. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then it's Gary Payton. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5, roaming the paint. Payton. And it's Oscar Robertson with the rebound. Miami with the ball. Out to the wing. Malone passes to Carter. He dishes it to Abdul-Jabbar. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Will Chamberlain picks one up. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
The first free throw is good.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Here's Anthony after the made shot from Karl Malone. Garnett, the screen. Anthony dishes to Garnett. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now, here is Irving. Here's Robertson. Irving kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got it done with the hook shot.
You know what, guys? I mean, taking that shot in that kind of a situation shows you the kind of confidence he has in his hook shot.
Payton passes to Iverson. first, 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Carter kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. On the wing, Irving. Good ball movement here by Miami. Pass to Robertson. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
First free throw is good. Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
Malone bounces high off the rim and drops. Malone's got his 2nd basket of the game.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Robertson kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Chamberlain.
Hey guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance. This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Malone's checked in for Miami. Drexler comes in for Vince Carter. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Wall's checked in. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Irving. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now, here is Irving. He lobs it up, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Malone with the stuff.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And it's Irving missing.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Wall, that's a 2-pointer. And he misses his first shot of the game.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Miami ahead. They're up by 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Ball out there with Payton. Then there's Wallace. Then it's Anthony. And it's Stoudemire in a power forward. Now here's Billups. With the fadeaway. The shot is off. Nice defense from Wallace. And yes, sir, that one drops. Malone's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Heat. And Wall kicks to Stoudemire. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. No luck. The Heat go the other way with it.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Out to Carter, out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Heat making a switch here. Worthy's checked in. Maravich, he's checked in for Minnesota. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Ball is with the screen on Billups. Billups against Payton. Anthony up on top. 5 to shoot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big three to compete for a championship, and for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
That free throw good from Anthony. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right.
And, you know, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They've got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins.
And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed in the right direction. Some mistakes have been made along the way, but you have to like their future now.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Now, here is Maravich. Goes up at the stripe, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Maravich has got his first 2 points.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Billups dishes to Carter. He feeds it to Mullen. Lets it go from deep. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Gentlemen, two shots. Move shots.
And he makes the first.
In last season, the Wolves had the hardest strength of schedule in the entire league. Might have worked out for them in the end, as come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Malone's checked in for Worthy. Irving comes in for Mullen. Clyde Drexler's checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Robertson in for Chauncey Billups. Well, Greg, it would work out for Minnesota with all those losses. They got the lucky bounce, Clark, and the #1 pick in the draft.
And you know, it's the first time in a long time that the worst team in the league actually got the top pick in the draft, allowed Minnesota to add another great young big to complement Rookie of the Year, Andrew Wiggins.
It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Robertson against Maravich. Malone with the screen. Robertson kicks to Malone. The Heat rebound. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
The free throw drops for Abdul-Jabbar. John Wall's checked in for Maravich. He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Wall lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
Now here is Abdul-Jabbar. He has 5. Robertson passes to Malone. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans love them all the same.
Moses Malone. He's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Now here's Wall to the paint. Here's Garnett. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Garnett's got the lead up to 1 now for the Timberwolves. Iverson against Drexler. From deep. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Timberwolves lead by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And Coach, at what end of the floor are you guys looking to make adjustments for in this second half?
Well, on both ends. Decision-making offensively With the turnovers, got him out in the open court, got him some easy ones, and we have to settle into our game. Defensively, tried to disrupt him a little bit. It's been way too easy for him.
Eric, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
You know, 2 things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense, but we also saw a motivated team take advantage of a team that didn't want to hustle. They need an attitude adjustment.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And the approach in that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Miami, they've got Carter. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Malone. Then there's Robertson, and it's Irving at the 3 slot. Here's Anthony after Julius Irving's basket. Here's Garnett. Good work defensively by Malone.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Dr. J slams it in.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Robertson against Payton. And it's Malone with the rebound. Miami leading by 3. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Payton. Robertson drives in.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
The Heat have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Robertson. A young team trying to find their place in the league can have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
And so he makes both from the line.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they've played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him, and we'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Payton outside. Garnett the screen. There's a good screen. Shoots off the screen. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Garnett's got 8 points.
And with the Wolves on the road, they shot threes better and had better offense. they would still lose by double digits on average.
And, you know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel as a team for their road games.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Carter kicks to Irving. Can't get it to go. Anthony with the defensive effort. Timberwolves trail by 3. Allen Iverson on the wing. Covered by Irving. Garnett with a screen on Malone. Malone against Anthony. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. You would expect this with a young team, but the Timberwolves, Clark, really shied away from taking many threes last year.
Didn't have a lot of three-point shooters. I mean, about 17% of Minnesota's shots were threes, which was the lowest percentage in the league.
For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Garnett, the screen. Payton dishes to Garnett. Here's Chamberlain, and that one is hammered home.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy in to win it.
A different look for Miami. Malone comes in for Abdul-Jabbar. Clyde Drexler has subbed in for Carter. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Ball's checked in. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Iverson passes to Garnett. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. 10 points for Garnett. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Drexler kicks to Robertson. A dish now to Malone. Outside Irving. Inside, taken away by Anthony. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Iverson dishes to Garnett. Malone with the steal. Here's Drexler. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Robertson kicks to Malone. Drexler outside. Kicks it out to Robertson. And too long on the shot.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Heat up by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Minnesota with the ball. It's a 1-point game. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. We've got Wallace. Iverson is out there with Garnett. Then it's Gary Payton, and it's Wall in at the point guard position. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. It goes on Moses Malone. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
The Heat making a switch here. Worthy's checked in. And the free throw, no good. The Heat shooting well. They're at 45%. Carter outside. Floats one. Rejected by Wall. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. Maravich, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here is Carter. Six on the shot clock. They set the screen from the baseline. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Garnett. The drive by Iverson. Back to Garnett. From 15 feet away. Good work defensively by Carter.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the lean.
In the corner, Irving with it. A rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just one or two plays down the stretch.
Now here's Payton. Garnett the pass to Wallace. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by one.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense. Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
You know, with that one, he's getting up there in turnovers. I mean, 4 in all now. He's got to be better with the ball to get his team back into it.
Payton against Billups. Payton dishes to Iverson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Good, Iverson.
Outstanding foul shooting in this game, and that confidence can be infectious. They're taking care of business on the charity stripe.
Robertson, he's checked in for Miami. Minnesota also with the sub. Stoudemire's checked in for Wallace. And both free throws good for Iverson.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
Malone kicks to Carter. Anthony against Irving. Goes back up, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Minnesota making a switch here. Chamberlain's checked in.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw drops for Abdul-Jabbar. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Payton passes to Garnett. Fades and shoots. He scores a 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Robertson with it. Chamberlain picks him up. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Chamberlain a screen. Here's Garnett. Rebound by the Heat.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
A shot by Carter. Nobody around. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Iverson. It's hauled in by the Heat. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Malone with the screen. And stolen by Chamberlain. Payton kicks to Iverson. Robertson with the steal. Carter drives in. It's rebounded by Allen Iverson.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
He had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, he would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
Misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So neither attempt will fall that time frame. He'd have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Carter against Payton. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
40 seconds left in the fourth. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Here's Garnett. Good work defensively by Carter.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look. As a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Here's Anthony. Payton dishes to Garnett. Can't cash in. Carter with the three. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Start of overtime just upon us as they get ready for the jump ball. So the Timberwolves win the tip. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup, of course, now in overtime. On the court for the Heat, we've got Irving. Robertson is out there with Carter. And it's Malone. And it's Malone in at the power forward position. Here is Carter. Tries a three off the inbound. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's now 7 points for Vince Carter. Anthony, the pass to Wall. Here's Garnett. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Garnett's got 4 this quarter.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Irving. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there. The ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Those are adjustments that could have a big impact at what is a critical point in this overtime, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Iverson kicks to Chamberlain. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. That is good. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He's going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Lets it go from 11. Malone with the rebound.